What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Logan. If you don't know me already, I own Destination Detail, which is a mobile car detailing business, as you can see the setup behind me. Today I have a disgusting car that I will be detailing by myself. Before I get into the detail, I first want to explain why this car is so nasty, because there's actually a pretty interesting story behind it. The owner of this car actually parked it outside of their work and left their keys on the counter, and somebody came in and stole their keys, and then the next day actually stole their car, and their car was missing for 5 days, and she didn't know that she left her keys on the counter. So the car was missing for 5 days, and the cops finally found the car, and they removed all the drug paraphernalia, but there was like needles, and like the whole car smells like pot. Like, if you smoke pot, you will be like in heaven, because the whole car smells like Bob Marley right now. There was like flip-flops, dirty clothes, like you name it, it was in this car. She actually removed all the trash and just nasty stuff before she brought it to me, which I'm very thankful for, because I didn't want to touch any of that. I already have enough to deal with. But I'm going to stop talking. Let's just get into the car. Let me show you how bad it is, because it is pretty disgusting. Probably my most requested video is to do a full tutorial video, exactly what I do step by step by step. So I won't be doing that today. However, I will be showing you guys the before and after of how disgusting this car is. Like, look at these floor mats. Check this out. Absolutely disgusting. I feel so bad for the owner of this car. Like, I have so much sympathy towards her, it's not even funny. And the owner of this car is such a clean freak and always kept perfectly good care of her car, so this is obviously very upsetting to her. Although, of course, being a detailer, I hate it when I get a car that's this nasty, but the before and after pictures that I'm going to get out of this car will be amazing, so I'm not going to complain. And like I said, I won't be sharing exactly what I'm doing step by step, because I just don't have the time to make that video today, but I will show you how I'm doing the floor mats, because that's one of the nastiest parts of this car, and that's probably the hardest part to clean in most cars, and probably the thing you have the most trouble with. So I'm going to go ahead and record that and show you kind of a step-by-step of how I get these floor mats clean, because they are very gross. So first things first, I'm just going to shake the dirt off of these mats, because there's no reason to vacuum it up, but I can just shake the excess dirt off. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now the second thing I'm going to do is just go ahead and vacuum as much dirt as I can get out of it before I start shampooing the carpet. So a lot of this dirt is stuck in the carpet and won't come out, so I'm going to use an electric drill, and I don't really know what this is called. I mean, obviously it's a brush, but I don't know what brand it is. It's just a spin brush you can connect to a drill. I bought it off of Amazon, and again, I don't know what brand it is, but I will find it and put the link to it in the description below. So now that most of the dirt is gone, I'm going to spray it with Chemical Guy's Nonsense. I know it's not labeled, but I don't label my stuff. I'm going to spray it with this Nonsense. It's basically an all-purpose cleaner, and it does work on carpet as well, so that'll loosen up all the dirt, and all of these stains should come out just by using this without having to actually, like, quote, shampoo it. So hopefully just this will take it out. And if you want to, you can just use a normal brush to extract it, but I just prefer to use the electric one, because it just makes everything a lot easier, makes everything go faster, and honestly it does a better job than you would by just using a hand brush. Another trick too, you can actually just use this and just mist water on it, and that'll work really well as too. You don't have to completely use all of your product. Water will saturate the carpet and help get stains out. Sometimes you will find that some spots didn't get wet, so just go back, spray those spots, and then just keep going over it till you feel that everything has gotten a good, I don't want to say stir, but how would you say that? You want to make sure that everything is evenly cleaned, so there's not any spots that are cleaner than others or dirtier than others. Like I can already see right here that there's a stain that hasn't came out, so I'm spraying extra on that, hoping that it will come out on the second round. Now I'm just going to go over it with the vacuum and see how much of these stains and dirt we got out. Okay, keep in mind that this was way worse than any other mat in the car. This was by far the worst. So look at this versus the, this is the driver one. Look at the driver versus the passenger. It's like night and day, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish this mat, and those are the only mats there are. For some reason, the back floorboard only had one mat in it. So now moving to the inside, this is where it gets kind of tricky. See, in the floor mats, you can just sit them down and clean, but once you're talking about the inside, there's so many bumps and crevices that you can't get into. So I'm in the car now, I'm about to start vacuuming. I can't really get a good angle, so I'm basically just gonna show you guys what I'm going to do and then do it, because there's not really a way I can set my camera up to where you guys can actually see what I'm doing. So let me just show you. I'm going to vacuum up all the sand in every part of the carpet, and then I'm going to spray the Chemical Guys nonsense on this side and then just scrub it until it's clean and then vacuum it up, and hopefully it'll look very similar to the black here. I'm gonna try to set up the camera as best as I can. I just don't know if it's gonna work very well. I'm moving the car into the carport because it's sitting out in the sun right now and there's no reason for it to be in the sun because I'm not doing the exterior of it today. So it'll just make it a lot easier for me to detail in the shade because I'm not hot and sweaty the whole time. If you guys are enjoying this video so far, make sure to give it a thumbs up. I've gotten so many different camera angles and I'm just recording on my iPhone, so I'm kind of excited to see what this turns out like. Also, I'd like to know how many of you guys either own a car detailing business or are detailers or just detail your own car, because otherwise I guess why else would you be watching this? But if you are a detailer in any way, shape, or form, whether you own a business or you're an enthusiast or you detail your own car, which I guess are the same thing, comment the word detail down below. Right now, I'm really just trying to get the bulk of everything out of the way, then I can go back and shampoo it, and then after that, go and pick the little details and really detail what needs to be done. Right now, I'm really just getting the bulk of everything out. So far, this is where I'm at. I haven't touched the driver's seat or floorboard, but I've gotten the main bulk out of everything else. Now, once I finish the driver's seat and floorboard, we can go over and shampoo and get everything else done. Now that the bulk of everything is out, I'm gonna go ahead and take the steam cleaner and clean all the cup holders and all of the door jams. There really is just stuff everywhere, and I want to make sure that I use the steam cleaner to get most of that out with the steam cleaner first. That way I don't have to go back and re-clean it. Whenever you guys are steam cleaning cup holders, be absolutely sure that there's no water in the cup holder before you steam clean it, because that water that's coming out of this is boiling hot and it will burn you, and it does suck. I've done it too many times. Oh my god. Inside of this center console smells exactly like Snoop Dogg. I can't even explain to you guys how much pot is in this car. Like, I don't know where it's at. There's got to be some somewhere. It smells like straight Snoop Dogg. The second I opened up that center console, I guess they had pot in there or something. Oh my god. All of you potheads would be in like pot heaven right now. So you can definitely see a difference in the carpet. Now let's just move on to the other three sides. So I wanted to show you guys this too. I'm not sure if whoever stole the car maybe like picked up some prostitutes or what, but there's footprints all over the ceiling and like nasty fingerprints. Let me show you this. You can see one footprint right there, like a shoe print, and there was footprints all right here, but I already cleaned them off. That's definitely a shoe print. Most of those are handprints. You know, as I'm cleaning this car more and more, I'm realizing that there's not a chance that all of this got dirty in 6 days. This person's actually just really dirty and blamed it on whoever stole her car, because this doesn't happen in 6 days. I'm kind of starting to wonder if her car was even stolen in the first place. So I thought this was funny too. The lady told me that they actually stole her spare tire. The people who stole her car stole the spare tire out of her car. I don't really know exactly why you would steal a spare tire, if maybe they were trying to sell it or something. I don't really think you would get much money out of it. But anyways, I just thought that was kind of funny. So my plan for the rest of this video was to get some B-roll footage of the whole interior and exterior. That way you guys can really understand how dirty the car was before I detailed it, and then how much better it looked after I detailed it. But while I was getting the B-roll footage of after the detail, the customer actually came early to pick up her car, so I didn't get a chance to actually record an outro in front of the car, which is what I was going to do next. So instead, I'm just having to do a voiceover, and you guys can listen to my voice while watching this footage, I guess. But I hope you guys can see how much better the car looks after it's detailed. This was not the worst car that I've ever had, but it's definitely one of the worst. Probably number 3 on the list. To those of you who have watched all the way to this point in the video, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. And I will see you guys on the next detail. Peace. And like I said, I won't be sharing exactly what I'm doing step by step because I just don't have the time to make that video.